COVID-19 is rewriting the rules. For some time now, digital technology has raised questions about the value of physical spaces. What spaces people use, how they use them is radically different from 30 years ago. And today, COVID-19 has illuminated economic disparity and social inequality in cities and given us pause for thought. It's called into question the role and the value of physical spaces once again. So for whom are cities' physical spaces designed? How can we do a better job at attracting and retaining customers? How can we ensure cities are inclusive and resilient and beneficial to all? So we need new solutions. Against the backdrop of perceived failure of modernist approaches to urban planning and development, new ideas have been put forward to ensure cities are designed to support economic growth and social cohesion, whilst minimising environmental impact. There's been renewed focus on human relationships and the merits of proximity. Jane Jacobs was an urbanist, an activist, who was very well known and has been very well known in the built environment, and her writings championed a community-based approach to city building. She helped derail the car-centered approach to urban planning and invigorated neighbourhood activism to help stop the expansion of expressways and roads. Sustrans, which is a charity based in Edinburgh, making it easy for people to walk and cycle, argues that too many neighbourhoods are planned around car travel. And this is at the expense of providing local jobs and services that a community needs to thrive. For the last 50 years, the places where we live have been planned around the needs of the car. And this has had a damaging effect on our bodies, our minds, and even the air that we breathe, to the extent that transport, and largely cars, are now reported to be the UK's largest source of greenhouse gas emissions. Enter the 15-minute city, where there's less emphasis on cars and more emphasis on human relationships and proximity, which is a concept of city making that has been promoted and supported by the Mayor of Paris, who is now embracing the idea of a car-free city. As a provocation, the 15-minute city is a place where people can work near to where they live. And this is apparently said to be a better form of living, because people can shop nearby where they live and work and have leisure and services that they need around them too. Carlos Moreno, a smart city professor based in Paris, says that in the 15-minute city, it's important to find multiple uses for infrastructure that already exist. Libraries, stadiums, and other buildings could be used outside standard hours. Nightclubs could be used as gyms during the day. Restaurants could be used more effectively as workspaces during the day, and so forth. And that really very much taps into the idea of the sharing economy and how far the sharing economy can be extended. Indeed, the 15-minute city is a higher density city, where there are short blocks, local economies, and mixed uses. Some examples of 15-minute cities, well, many already exist. I've mentioned Edinburgh as one example of a so-called 20-minute city, but Melbourne is another example, which developed a 20-minute neighbourhood where everything, shops, schools, parks, doctors, are within a 20-minute walk, bike ride, or a public transport journey. Copenhagen in Denmark and Utrecht in the Netherlands are also cities that have successfully introduced the idea of hyper-proximity to fulfill the needs of city dwellers. So this idea of the 15-minute city, while new, is in existence in some areas of the globe already.